Hey guys, it's Jeremy Ashburn with SENuke.tv, and this is the Forum Profile Project training video. Now the goals of this video are to give you a definition of the Forum Profile Project, show you how to do account creation for Forum Profile Projects, show you how to do the Forum Profile Project itself, and give you some tips and tricks at the end. So let's start everything with a quick definition. The Forum Profile Project drops links on a variety of built-in and custom forums out there on the web. And Forum Profile Projects are really important because Google looks at those links and looks at those keywords and eventually raises your site's authority for those particular keywords and those links. It eventually raises your site's authority to page 1 for a Google search list for those keywords. So that's really awesome. Of course, it takes a while for Google to index everything, but later on your site will move to page 1 for those keywords. Now here's a quick overview of how things work. You first have to do the Forum Profile account creation. And once you've set up accounts on forums, then you actually do the Forum Profile Project itself. And when you're doing that project, you simply enter the URLs, fill in the About Me section, which is optional, and select the sites you want to nuke with, and nuke away. And later on, you'll see results as Google indexes those links. Alright, so let's take a look at the software.
Okay, in order to use the Forum Profile Nuke, the first thing we have to do is do the Forum Profile Account Creation Project. Okay, so I can title it and double click to open it. Now let me talk about a difference between the Forum Profile Account Creation and the Web 2.0 Nuke. The Forum Profile Account Creation doesn't use Internet Explorer to submit. So the submission actually happens really fast because no images, flash, or ads are downloaded to the system as it's doing it. So what you can do here is specify the number of threads this module uses in the options screen to actually even speed it up even faster. So I'm just going to go to options, maximum, put 20 threads in there. Save. And the SENuke team is also working on programming the ability for SENuke X to solve CAPTCHAs within this Forum Profile Nuke without actually requiring human intervention. So what it would use is actually optical character recognition technology, and this technology would solve the CAPTCHAs in about 1 second. So that means that submission to like 1,000 sites would take less than 30 minutes when this optical character recognition technology is in place. So let's get into the account creation. What I'm going to do here is check the first 20 sites to just show you how fast this signs up for. And when you're doing the Forum Profile account creation, what you can do here is actually select all the sites. You can select sites that already have accounts. You can select sites that are failed. And currently SENuke supports Expression Engine, vBulletin, and SMM forums. But there's a couple other forums being added, the Envision board and the PHPBB. So by the time you see this video, you'll see a couple other options here besides SMF, Expression Engine, or vBulletin. So you're going to check the sites you want created, or you can check the type here, SMF, Expression Engine, or vBulletin. I'm going to create a new profile here. So I can wheel down here on the mouse and see that I've already added some additional custom SMF sites. You can use scraping software to add that. So here's the Expression Engine sites, here's the vBulletin sites, and here's the 2 more that the team's working on, the PHPBB sites and the Envision board. Like I said, by the time you get to the point you're using the software, there's going to be dozens or multiple sites under each of these headings. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is actually do the account creation profile. And what I can do here is actually use the details for one of these profile account creations I've already done. So I just click that button and that plugs in all the metrics here. So at this point I'm ready to go and I'm just going to hit start. So you can see it loading the registration page.
filling in the registration details, and solving the CAPTCHA. So you can see here I had to verify emails automatically 1 minute after account creation. So it will start verifying emails automatically, or I can just click the Start Verifying Emails button. And the process is complete.
Okay, so at this point it's done, and it gives you the solution center here. This is going to give you the site here, the problem, what the issue was, the solution, and if you want, you can go back and create that account later. Okay, so it looks like here that I got maybe 70-80% success rate for these 25 forms here. And now there's the email verification going. Now it's activating the links. Okay, so now the process is complete. At this point now we have these accounts created under this form profile test. And looks like it's about maybe 10 or 15 different accounts. Alright, so you can see here if I change to a different other profile, the checkboxes go away because that's a separate profile. So form profile test, there are the green checkboxes and tells you when the account's been created, the date, and even the time. So at this point I'm done with the form profile account creation. So now that we're done, we're going to close this. And now we want to actually do new at the account creation, then we do the actual profile project. And then I can just title it here. Double click to open. Okay, here's a quick overview. This is the About Me section. This is where you put the URLs. This is where you put the project profile, the URL list, and here's the sites that you select that you want to nuke to. So I'll go through each section here. The About Me section, if you want to put content in that, just check this box. And make sure you keep links and HTML code out of this. A lot of sites don't support HTML code in the About Me section, so it can look pretty messed up. For a lot of these sites, this About Me section will be part of your signature on the profile. So the next thing here is the email verification, which is already started automatically because I set it up to start automatically 1 minute from account creation. So my suggestion here is just to keep this to 1 or 2 sentences or just skip it altogether. So here I'm going to skip it altogether. Okay, the URL box. And the URL format has to be in this exact format. So I'm going to copy and paste that a couple of different times. Obviously you want to have different links in here, but for the sake of this tutorial I'm just going to repeat the same link over and over. And then here's where you choose if you want to add all the links above or add 3, 4, or 5 links. Again, here you don't want to do more than 5 links at max.
And if you check this Add Last URL placeholder, SENuke will create a link wheel between all the sites it submits to. So site 1 would link to site 2, and site 2 would link to site 3, and 3 to 4.
You can also use URLs from a specific URL list if you want to. It shows you the count of URLs here, and you can use URLs in the last 24 or 48 hours, how many hours you want to. Okay, so up here is where I select the project profile I want to nuke with. It's going to be this test form, the one I created earlier. And then I select the sites with accounts. So that tells me I have 79 selected here. And I can see that when I scroll down, I can see that they're checked. Okay, so at this point I'm almost ready to go. I want to use these links here. So I'm going to uncheck this. Uncheck Add Last URL. And then at this point I'm ready to go. So I can either start Reschedule the nuke. Start.
Alright, let's end this video with some tips and tricks. I recommend you get your scraping software and teach yourself how to use it. It's invaluable because you can get your own custom forum profile links that you can later on use in the custom links section within the forum profile account creation. So nuking with those links actually gets you off Google's radar and also looks more organic because you're not using the built-in links, and that's more powerful if it's less obvious. Also, schedule projects and spread submission out over the course of a number of days or even weeks. If you do that, the links will look more organic and natural and you'll stay off Google's radar. Alright, that's the end of this training video. I'll see you in the next.